To buy Madden 22 coins for the 100% cheapest price on the internet with quick delivery, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Free players, boys, let's get that bread, baby. Salsas and family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 22 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be showcasing the best free wildcard Wednesday player you gotta be selecting. Now, as you guys may or may not know, when you go to the solos and you go to the new wildcard Wednesday solos for Rising Stars, there's an opportunity to get another free fantasy pack allowing you to select some 90 to 91s absolutely free. And before I show you guys how to get the pack, start, bench, cut, pizza, burgers, Mexican food. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And if you cut pizza, I strongly dislike you. Okay. Now, getting this pack is honestly super simple. All you guys got to do is go to your solos, go to the Rising Star challenges, and as you guys will see, when we go on over to our milestones at 40 stars, aka tier number 8, there's a Wildcard Wednesday week number 5 to 8 fantasy pack. And as we go on over to our solo challenges right here, with the new Rising Star solos in the game, there's a chance to get 5 more stars and get you all the way up to 40 stars, aka tier number 8, aka the Wildcard Wednesday fantasy pack. Also, quick side note, boys, if you're not up to 40 stars and you play through these Rising Star solo challenges, likely what happened is you probably missed a week or two of the solo challenges. The solos expire in a week and new ones come into the game, so just check back next week and you can collect 5 more stars. Now, assuming you guys already have this pack, you probably clicked on this video because you were wondering what player to select, and as you guys can see, we got our Wildcard Wednesday pack right here, and what I'm going to be doing is giving you guys the rundown of my top 6 players I'd recommend you consider. I'll be ranking those 6 cards, and let's get straight into it. Okay, now the first thing that is absolutely vital, what you got to do is you got to figure out what player you want to get before you go ahead and open up one of these packs, because as you guys can see, there's a flashback pack, there's a heavyweight pack, a Rising Star pack, and a veteran pack. And what happens when you guys select one of these packs is you narrow down your choices to that promo only. So figure out the player that you want first, and then figure out what promo they're in. Then what you guys can do is you can select the pack that's associated with that promo, and once you select that pack, then all the players that were in that promo will be available. Okay, so let's narrow this list down to our top 6. The first thing that I want to say is the flashback pack is definitely not worth it, boys. The flashback cards that are in here, I believe, are just 89 overall players. They came out literally a month ago, and honestly, they're not super relevant. The same goes with heavyweights, but I will say, if you guys already have like a really good team and you want to go with like an offensive lineman, there's going to be some solid options in here for heavyweights, but the main players we're going to be focusing on are veterans and Rising Star cards. Okay, now making it on to the next round of this video from the Rising Star pack is going to be Gregory Rousseau, Isaiah Simmons, and Chase Claypool. Those 3 cards are making it into the ranking round, which is the next part of this video, which is where I'll be ranking my top 6 players. And then from the veteran pack, 3 of the players we're going to be considering are Cordero Patterson, Jared Cook, and Jason McCourty. So now what we're going to do is we're going to rank those top 6 players. In my opinion, if you pick any of those 6 players, I think you're doing pretty solid. If you want to go offensive line, you can take a heavyweight, but if you pick any of the players that I'm not mentioning in the video or that aren't an offensive lineman, I think you might be messing up this pick. Now, coming in at the number 6 spot, we have by far the most underrated card in this entire promo right here. Gregory Rousseau, 90 overall power rusher. The man is 6'7" with 87 speed, 90 acceleration, 90 shed, and 91 power move. Like, it doesn't get much better than that at left end. This is one of the premier pass rushers in Madden, and it feels like absolutely no one's talking about him. So if you want to go with the pass rusher, this card has pretty fire stats, man. He's massive, he's got good speed, he can pass rush, he can block shed. Like, what more do you want at a defensive end? This card's at number 6, but he honestly has good stats, and he should not be slept on. Then next up, we got a 91 overall player, a 91 overall Jason McCourty with 91 speed and 90 excel. This is one of the fastest corners in this game. He's going to be sitting at 92 man, 88 zone. As we take a look at the COD, that's at a 91. So he's a physical stats demon right here. 91 speed, 90 excel, 91 COD, 91 agility. It really doesn't get much better than that. Play rec, man, and zone, they're good. They're not elite, but they're definitely still really, really good. His height is probably the only thing that you could desire on the card. 5'11", it's not that amazing. I mean, I'm taller than him. I'm 6'1". So Jason McCourty, he's shorter than me, but he is definitely a lot faster than me. And he does have some pretty nice stats in Madden. Like I said before, all 6 of these cards, they should be considered. They all have really, really good stats, and when you guys are making the selection, you don't necessarily need to just pick the first person that I've got ranked on this list, because if you like desperately need a corner and you don't necessarily need any of the other positions on this list, you got to consider what you need on your team to go along with the player that has the best stats. And then next up, coming in at the number 4 spot, it's going to be potentially the best tight end in Madden, but I gotta say, I'm not a big Jared Cook guy. As you guys know, I'm a diehard Saints fan, and that man ended Drew Brees' career. We were going to win the Super Bowl last year, obviously, and he fumbled away the game against the Bucs. But taking a look at the stats right here, 89 speed, 90 XL, the fastest tight end of this game. Pretty solid run blocking, great stats when it comes to route running, great stats when it comes to catching. Like I said before, boys, all 6 of these cards, they're all super fire. So honestly, what I recommend you guys do is just select the position you need most out of this list and just go with the player that's at the position, because all 6 of these players, they're super fire. Jared Cook right here, he is no exception. He's also pretty tall at 6'5", pretty thick at 254 as well. So really nice looking card. Then moving right along to the number 3 spot, this is definitely the most challenging card to rank on this entire list. Isaiah Simmons, there's some things that make this card incredible, and then there's some things that make this card not that amazing. Let's start it off on the really goods, and those are of course going to be the height, the speed, the zone, the hit power, the change of direction. Basically just every single stat on this card other than his position is incredible. He's got 91 speed, he's 6'4", he's got 88 COD, he's got great hit power. This is like basically one of the best user cards in this game, but the thing that makes him not one of the best users is the fact that he's a middle linebacker. Now there's a couple negatives that are associated with being a middle linebacker in this game. The first one is just based on the way the game is coded. Middle linebackers in this game, for some reason, they don't jump as high as safeties, which makes them a little bit worse when they're your user. And secondly, this is something that's kind of slept on in my opinion. If you guys have strategy cards, you'll likely get them on defensive backs, and that's going to give +1 speed to your DBs. Now Isaiah Simmons, he's a middle linebacker, so if you guys have a strategy card that's giving you +1 speed to your DBs, well, it's not going to be affecting Isaiah Simmons. So there's some clear positives and some clear negatives to the card. He's still a really good player, and I gotta say that I think number 3 is probably a fair ranking for this card. Isaiah Simmons, definitely a good player, but it kind of just depends how you want to use the card, whether you like to use it with middle linebackers, whether you believe that he'll be fine even though he doesn't have the position. There's good things, there's bad things, but I think this is definitely still a good card. Then coming in at number 2, boys, we've got 90 overall Chase Claypool, who is basically just like a baby Megatron. The man's 91 speed, 90 XL, a 6'4" height, great deep route running, great catching stats. The card is absolutely demonic, boys. So if you guys are looking for a wide receiver and you're looking for an absolutely huge receiver with great speed, great route running, I mean, who isn't looking for that? Chase Claypool, he's definitely someone to consider. At the number 2 spot, I think that's a fair place for him in this ranking. And again, like I said before, there's so many players at so many different positions right here. All these cards have incredible stats. So what I want you to do is kind of just select the player at a position you need most, and then just go with the player that's at that spot, because like I said before, all these cards, they have super sick stats. Okay, now here's a player that might surprise you guys. At the number 1 spot, we have 90 overall Cordero Patterson. This, in my opinion, I think it's the best running back in this game. 91 speed, 90 XL, that's great right there. Now Cordero Patterson is also great as a receiver. As you guys know, he's like a wide receiver / running back, and with passing being super effective in this game, having a receiver that can catch the ball, that can run routes, that's an absolute premium. So Cordero right here is going to be sitting at 81 short, 76 medium route running to go along with 82 catching. Really nice. He's also got pretty good break tackle at an 88. That's kind of surprising to me. The change of direction is pretty nice as well. As we take a look at those juke moves and stuff, they're not that amazing. Like 90 juke, yeah, that's good, but otherwise the stiff arm at a 70, not that amazing. The trucking at a 76, not that amazing. The break tackle at an 88, like I said before, that really surprised me. That was definitely higher than I was thinking. And just the versatility of this card, that's kind of the reason why I've got him at number 1. He breaks so many tackles, he's super fast, he's great at receiving, and I got him at the number 1 spot in my opinion. So that's going to be the top 6 players that we've got on this list. Let me know who you guys think I should pick. I'm honestly not so sure who to go with, so let me know who you guys think I should go with down below in the comment section. That's how to get your free Wildcard Wednesday pack, the best player to select, and until next time, boys, I'm out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.